So hey, Aiden, hey, congratulations on Wrong Turn.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So let's start off with the easy question. Why were you attracted in doing a horror movie like Wrong Turn?
It's funny, right? That's actually a really good question because I'm not the biggest like horror buff in the world. But it crossed my desk. It was like a really, really odd kind of thing. I got the audition on a Monday and I never miss auditions, but I was really sick. And so I said, guys, I'm gonna have to do this another day. Ended up going in on that Thursday, got a call that said, "Hey, Mike, the director, wants to speak to you on Saturday." Spoke to Mike on Saturday, was offered the job on Sunday, and was on the flight on the Monday. So I didn't really have time to like kind of understand what I was doing. And on the way to Ohio to shoot it, I was actually reading the script, and it didn't feel like the typical kind of jump scare horror film. It felt a little more layered. It felt like there was a bit more of a character arc, and I just thought that it was something that we could bring to the genre that you don't typically see in every horror film.
Yeah, this Wrong Turn is sort of like a reboot compared to, the previous six movies. I'm not sure if
Yeah,
you watched the previous six movies before, but
I haven't seen all six, not all six. Yeah, but yeah, I would agree.
so how does it feel that it is more layered rather than, like a just a violent gore.
Yeah, I think I mean, don't get me wrong, for the fans that haven't seen the movie yet, there's the gore, there's the horror elements, right? But I think that what Alan tried to achieve in writing it was kind of have a refresher on something that really was a product of its time. And I think that that's what people expect from cinema a bit more. They do want to see the blood and the gore, which this definitely has. But I don't know. It's just kind of a bit more of a modern twist, and it makes you think as well. So I don't think that you need to be a huge horror buff to go and enjoy this movie. So I don't know. I think it kind of crosses genres in a way. It's a bit more of a thriller with the horror elements. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I do know what you mean. I've seen the film, so
Oh, okay, fantastic. Well, thank you.
so yeah, I could admit there's still blood, there's still gore, but
Oh yeah.
there's actually much more, development of character, especially your character, Darius, who is basically the love interest to the main character of this film, and not to mention your character changes through the film. Could you talk about why you love playing Darius?
Yeah. Once again, thank you, Alan, and thank you, Mike, the director. When I first read it, even in the audition, I kind of felt like there was a natural character arc to Darius, and I thought that he was really interesting because he is the poster child for the Black experience in a way. I think that anybody that's not non-white or a minority of any kind, they've always kind of felt this need or want for almost a utopian society, right, where everybody pitches in, everybody does their part, and no one sees you any differently. I think that if you grew up non-white, you understand that experience. And so when I first read the script, I really did connect to him because he's not an angry guy. He just wants something more and something different. Um, and I could really confide in that story. And I thought that it was a really interesting kind of turn of events, seeing this typical villainous village, right? They're quite barbaric, they're quite, and then there's a turning point in the movie where you start to wonder really kind of who the villain is, and I think that's the conflict that you see Darius go through. So it was really interesting for me to explore, especially in the horror genre where sometimes you don't have that kind of cerebral thinking in the genre. So yeah, it was really nice to kind of explore that.
It's funny that you actually brought up minority characters because minority characters don't get a good rap in horror movies. So, how does it feel? Admittedly, not to give spoilers away, to endure in this film.
You can say it, my man. I endured. You know, it was nice, right? Because there's the typical tropes, right? There's the red shirts, there's the minorities. But the good thing about this movie is it was such a diverse cast that at least one of us had survived. No, it was really fun. There are those, you know, those typical kind of stereotypes that you see in films, and that's just not what this is. So it was really fun to me, and it was kind of one of the first things that Mike said to me. He was like, by the way, you do endure. So
I want to bring up on one thing that that your character actually does is that you actually grow a beard. Was that real or fake for the production?
So yeah, actually they gave me 18 months. No, it was completely fake. You see me completely baby faced, less facial hair than this. And then the next day we shot that. It was a full piece. We didn't really know if we were going to do it and everything, but the hair and makeup team just absolutely killed it. And it honestly, it looked real. Like, I had a scene with, Charlotte, which plays Jen, and Modine, which plays her dad. And so obviously they had seen it or whatever, but Dylan, which plays Adam, came to visit that day. He was just kind of on set or something, and he didn't know that I had the beard. And so I walked up behind him and I was like, "Hey, what's going on, man?" He was like, "Hey, what's up, Aiden?" Like, it looked so good. So shouts out to the hair and makeup team. You guys killed it. It really sells.
That's terrific. It looked real to me too. So
Good.
did
Fan
you,
approved.
that's right. So did you do how much of your own stunts did you have to do? Because obviously in any wrong turn movies, there's always that chase through the wilderness.
Fun fact, I'm going to give you the exclusive, mate. So, what can only be described as not even a big enough movement to be quantified as a stunt. I shattered my knee about 3 weeks into filming, completely shattered it, fractures, my left knee completely destroyed. Jen and I, Charlotte and I, were going into this like little cubby hole. And we had to, you know, kind of climb in and hide because we were really scared. And Mike said, "Oh, we pre-vised it." And I says, "Mike, I'm kind of a bigger guy." And he was like, "No. We put someone in that's 6'2" yesterday. You'd be fine." And I was like, all right. And so I got in there, and I thought that I was landing on grass, and there was a rock formation under it. Completely shattered my knee. I was on crutches 90% of the movie. So anytime that you see me walking, running, throwing, is my amazing stuntman, Will. I didn't do any of my stunts for this film because I physically couldn't. And there are actually a couple of Easter eggs for the fans. Sometimes, because Will's such a good match for me, sometimes Will crosses frame and it's not me. So keen eyes will see it. I didn't do a single one of my stunts.
Wow, the sacrifices you make for the sake of art.
Hey, man, for the art, you know?
Well, let me wrap it up with one more question with you because I checked out your filmography. You do a lot of television, and this almost looks like it was your first film role, feature film role. How
Yeah,
does
one
it
of them.
feel? Yeah, how does it feel basically transitioning from TV world to something like this?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. I didn't think that it would be that much different. But I think the absolution of film is quite captivating to me. TV, it's built for longevity, right? So you have this arc, you have this thing, you have this character, but it's tried to string along as far as possible to get as many episodes as possible. When you're doing a film, you see a clear beginning, middle, and end. And that was really fun. I definitely want to do more movies. I love TV, and that's actually where it's taken me back to. I'm doing some TV right now, but the next chance I get, I want to go back into the film space because you actually feel this kind of nice feeling of completion when you complete a film. The story's told, unless of course they want to do a sequel, which I'm very available for. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like a more complete kind of tale, which I really enjoy.
That's terrific. Well, you know what? Hey, congratulations for Wrong Turn, and congratulations for we know about your future TV projects. So
Thank
that's
you.
terrific. Hey, thank you very much for speaking with me, Aiden. Can't wait to talk to you again.
Thank you. Yeah, hopefully I'll speak to you soon. And shout out to all the Wrong Turn fans. If you like the old Wrong Turn movies, you're going to love it. There's some stuff in there for you. If you've never seen a Wrong Turn movie, great, because it's a reboot. Go and see this one.
That's a great pitch. Hey, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Cheers, buddy. Have a good one, yeah?
You too. Bye.